When you think of Hollywood, you think of James Bond's Aston Martin or Tom Hanks stranded with a Wilson volleyball in Castaway. And when you think of Bollywood, you might remember Shah Rukh Khan suddenly endorsing a phone in the middle of Chennai Express, or Three Idiots tying up with half a dozen major brands before the film even released. Both industries blend films and brands, but they do it in a very different ways. Hollywood integrates into the story itself. Bollywood turns films into full scale co branded marketing campaigns. So let's explore why these two approaches evolve differently, what the results look like, and what marketers can learn from both worlds. Hi, I'm Akanksha, and this is The Storyteller's Lens. Today, we are breaking down the fascinating world of product placement in Hollywood versus brand tie ins in Bollywood. On the surface, both are about money, but dig deeper, and you will see they reflect completely different approaches to storytelling, culture, and marketing strategy. Let's start with what we are actually talking about, what product placement and tie ins really mean. In Hollywood, product placement is about integration. A real brand or product appears inside the film narrative, sometimes paid for, sometimes bartered. Think the Aston Martin in James Bond, FedEx in Castaway, or Reese Pieces in E.T. Bollywood works differently. It goes beyond the screen. Brands don't just appear in the film, they become partners in the marketing campaign itself. Co branded ads, contests, merchandise, even product mentions in song lyrics. For many Bollywood films, external brand campaigns actually help fund promotion. In other words, Hollywood uses product placement to monetize realism inside the story, while Bollywood uses tie ins to amplify hype outside the story. So, why the difference? Hollywood has always had massive studio budgets and global distribution. Product placement is supplementary revenue and a way to add realism. A spy drinking Heineken or a stranded man opening a FedEx package feels believable. It is also tightly managed. Agencies like Propaganda GEM broker these deals and regulations in the US. And Europe require disclosure when placements are considered endorsements. Bollywood, on the other hand, often faces a different reality. Promotion costs can rival production costs. To offset this, studios rely heavily on brand partners to help market their film. And Indian culture itself makes this easier. Bollywood song and dance tradition, melodrama, and celebrity driven culture create natural opportunities for brands to extend campaigns into television commercials, retail activations, and even live events. Hollywood's product placement industry is enormous. Globally, it was worth around $23 billion in 2021 and is projected to exceed 30 billion by 2025. The James Bond film Skyfall famously funded nearly a third of its $150 million budget through placements, with Heineken alone paying $45 million for just a few seconds of Bond sipping beer. Bollywood's market is smaller, but still significant. India's product placement market is estimated at around 1,000 to 1,500 crore rupees, or roughly $120 to $180 million annually. Amir Khan's Three Idiots tied up with over 11 brands, offsetting almost 40% of its marketing costs. Krish had more than 15 partners, from Hero Honda to Born Vita. So while the dollar figures differ, the dependency in Bollywood is much higher. Let's bring this to life with some case studies. So in Hollywood, T in 1982 boosted sales of Reese Pieces by 65% within 3 months. It remains the benchmark for placement ROI. Castaway gave FedEx 2 hours of global exposure without the company paying a cent. Wilson Sporting Goods, meanwhile, sold millions of Wilson volleyballs after the film. And of course, the Bond franchise. Every film is a brand festival of cars, watches, and rings. In Bollywood, Krish in 2016 featured tie-ins with Hero Honda, Born Vita, and Samsung, extending into full television ad campaigns and in-store promotions. Three Idiots in 2009 had Airtel, Pantaloons, and Hero Honda running thematic co-ads that helped it become India's highest-grossing film at the time. Chennai Express in 2013 had over 10 partners, from Nokia to OLX, running sweepstakes and co-branded TV spots. And Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara used the Hermes Birkin Bagwati satirically, but in doing so, it boosted aspirational interest in premium fashion. The pattern is clear. Hollywood placements are remembered for their subtlety inside the story, while Bollywood tie-ins are remembered for their visibility outside the story. Both models have strengths and weaknesses. Hollywood placements, when done well, feel natural and can endure for decades. Bond's Aston Martin or Tony Stark's Audi become part of cultural memory, but when forced, they attract ridicule, like the infamous Bud Light truck scene in Transformers. Bollywood tie-ins bring massive off-screen marketing muscle. They help films reduce marketing spend and extend their reach through brand partners. But too many tie-ins can over-commercialize a film, making it feel like an ad collage rather than a story. And sometimes the integration itself is clumsy, with characters awkwardly praising a product in dialogue. In the US and in the US and Europe, product placement is carefully regulated. The FTC requires disclosure if placements are considered endorsements. And in Europe, you will often see a small P logo on screen. India's system is looser. The Advertising Standards Council of India has guidelines against surreptitious advertising, but enforcement is inconsistent. Many Bollywood integrations are not subtle at all, and audiences often notice the plug immediately. So, what lessons can marketers take from these two worlds? The first is that fit matters more than fee. FedEx in Castaway worked because it was integral to the plot. Bollywood's challenge is to avoid shoehorning products unnaturally. The second is to leverage the halo. Bollywood shows how brands can amplify campaigns by piggybacking on release hype. Third, think about scale and audience. Hollywood placements provide global reach and longevity. Bollywood tie-ins provide short-term domestic buzz and cost savings. And finally, remember longevity. Hollywood placements often age into cultural memory. Bollywood tie-ins are usually release window plays. They fade once the film leaves theaters. And of course, there are risks on both sides. In Hollywood, a brand can be mocked if the placement feels obvious or if the film flops. In Bollywood, oversaturation can erode credibility and make films feel commercialized rather than creative. Both need to walk the fine line between visibility and authenticity. So, here's the takeaway. Hollywood uses product placement to monetize film globally and to add realism. At its best, it's subtle, natural, and memorable. Bollywood uses brand tie-ins to fund and promote films locally, building co-branded hype campaigns that stretch across media platforms. At its best, it mobilizes brands as partners and extends the film's reach. For marketers, the sweet spot is authenticity. In Hollywood, that means making the brand essential to the plot. In Bollywood, that means building tie-ins that feel like natural extensions of the film's world, not bolted on commercials. Hi, I'm Akanksha, and this is The Storyteller's Lens. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe and tell me in the comments, do you prefer Hollywood's subtle product placement or Bollywood's bold brand tie-ins? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.